પૂર્ણ સંતોષી છું, બેડું પાર લાગે છે. બે ચાર છાટા પણ જો વરસાદના મને મળે ને તો મને તો મુસળધાર વરસાદ લાગે છે. May I invite Sri Shashibhai Shah for his keynote address. He has always been very strict on me that don't say anything about him. But I'll not be able to give myself the right justice because his views are so immense that I cannot myself, resist to talk about him. He has always said that a person or an institute is never bigger than a cause, and we should all work for the cause. A very simple and a straightforward person who always talks from his heart. Please welcome Shri Shashibhai Shah.
पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति. Members of the organizing committee and respective institutions, my respected teachers, engineers and managers of GSFC, invited guests, students and friends. Last year, we met at Shantivan and discussed about one of the important components of recycling and reuse of wastewater, that is recharging of rainwater. And we concluded that if two components, one is filtration and another is retention, is properly taken care of, we can recharge optimum quantity of rainwater, may it be in aquifer or above ground. This year we are going to discuss about the water which we consume as a fresh water, but ultimately we convert it into wastewater. We are going to talk, all the experts will talk about how best we convert this wastewater into fresh water and reuse. Our main theme is preservation of aqua life. Life either on earth, land or in water needs certain conditions to survive, and we have to fulfill those conditions, and potable water is essential for survival of aqua life. See, we see the condition. This is Yamuna. I took this photo when we visited with Professor Bhavnani, when we were invited by Yamuna Bachao group. This is the condition of Yamuna and Ganga. This is close up. How a life can sustain in this condition. If we study the situation in class 1 cities, hardly 25% of wastewater is processed. And that processed wastewater even do not meet with the standard, not even irrigation standard. And in towns, the situation is pitiable. Not even 5% is processed. Hence, culture. We all know that all investigations for cultural project are completed. We are competent to construct the dam within 8 to 10 years. We have money. Everything is there. Who stops culture? Let us ask a question. Politicians, bureaucrats, and engineers. They are not in a position to take decision regarding starting of the project. Why? Because if the wastewater from all the rivers, Sabarmati, Mahi, Vishwamitri, Tapi, goes to Kalsar Dam, it will be a dam of wastewater, and there will be a situation where we will not be in a position to either continue the dam or break it. The international community will laugh at us. How can you have a reservoir, man-made reservoir of wastewater? This is the problem before the authorities, before taking decision whether to construct the dam or not. They are not in a position to take decision. Today, we are going to think on this subject. Are we processing water for fresh water? No. We have enough fresh water. And in Gujarat, Narmada is there. We have completed network for drinking purpose. But till the network for irrigation is not complete, we have enough water for drinking purpose. There is no problem of drinking water. But we want to process for preserving the rivers, preserving the aqua life. If this wastewater is not processed, where will it go? Ours is the only country outside Western countries. In Eastern India, Eastern part, there are many countries where anyone is allowed to throw waste at any place he likes. In developed countries, it is not possible. But here in India, we have to think of. And we are not the only owner of this planet. We are one of 8.4 million species. 84 લાખ યોની એમાંની આપણે એક જ યોની છીએ અને we are luckiest species. God have blessed us intellect. એક જ યોની એવી છે જેને ભગવાને વિવેક આપ્યો છે. ક્યાં વાપર્યો આપણે? Just for polluting the rivers. Imagine a situation where there is no human life on the planet. All other life is there except human life. There won't be pollution. All rivers will flow with fresh water. We are the polluters. We have to think of. Now, who will do this job? It's a big job. Everyone have to play a role in this yajna. It's not a job of us, either any individual or any community. Everyone has to play the role. We are engineers and architects. Technology is our role. politicians will take decision. They are prepared to take. But technology is our responsibility. We have to research, develop a model, prototype, and replicate. And develop confidence in the society that yes, water can be recycled and reused, even for drinking purpose, if it is properly processed. The moment we start thinking about technology, we have to understand what is water. The universe is constructed by 5 basic elements: Prithvi, Jal, Tej, Vayu and Akash. All visible part you see that consists of combination of all these 5 basic elements. And water is one of the basic elements. Hence, it is pristine. And it cannot remain polluted forever. There is a foolproof auto system for purification of the water. We have to support that system of the nature. This is from Yajurved. Apa Shanti Tamya Sarvata Pavitratam. Water is pristine, purify it and use it. Let us understand the cycle. How do we get fresh water every morning? We don't have capacity to develop mechanism to process this water artificially. It is beyond our capability. But still, we are getting fresh water. Rain is the only source. The rainwater is stored either above ground in river and lakes or in the aquifer. See, when the rain comes and the water touches the ground, it becomes wastewater. The moment it touches the ground, it is contaminated. Now, when this water, wastewater flood reaches to the river or the aquifer, at that time we are all in our room enjoying the showers. Nobody is at job. But when we go after 1 month to the river basin, the water is pure, drinkable. And in aquifer also, when you take out the water, it is drinkable. Who did this job? Let us ask a question. That water was a wastewater. We have seen it. In flooded area, even we have to manage drinking water from outside, from helicopter. They cannot drink that water. Even they are within the water. And the same water becomes purified. After 1 month, 3 technologies are used by nature. One is evaporation, another is filtration, and third is sedimentation. We have found out, we have studied, and desalination is the artificial process. This is again Yajurved. Gentlemen, solar rays divide Prithvi Tattva and Jal Tattva and take the water vapor to the sky. You also do the same. Mahajano yena gatasa pantha. Filtration. Earth is ideal filter. Normally we were taught inverted filter. Put big gravels, then small gravels, and then fine sand. Put water on it, water will be filtered. But the silt jams, chokes the filter. Then nature has worked out the solution. And that job is given to worms. On same principle, one student from MS University performed in 2005 an experiment, and that technology is used by a limited company, and they are manufacturing number of large size plants using this technology. Mr. Dr. Upendra Patel is going to talk about this subject. Vermification. Sedimentation. All our conventional STP and ETP plants, they use this principle. Just allow the water for some time. See, when we talk about retention structure in rainwater harvesting, this is additional advantage. Social aspect. See, suppose we have developed the technology. Prototype is made. Replication is there. We have done it in few cases. Now, to take this technology to grassroots level, we need support of the social and religious leaders. We have many religious leaders, 1 in 100, but we do not have spiritual leaders. There is a difference between spiritual education and religious education. We have good network for the religious education, but we do not have network for spiritual education, which take care of all these aspects, real aspects. We have to request them that this is important subject, water is pristine, please train the mass. Whenever we perform puja and ask the Pandit, where should I drop these flowers? He will say, go to the river. As if river is a dustbin. जैसे जल आदि पदार्थ देश कालानुसार यथोचित रूप से सेवन किए गए वो हितकारी है, और अगर यथोचित नहीं किए गए तो वो शत्रु भी है. सेम वाटर इज अवर फ्रेंड if handled properly, and if we miss handling the water, the same water can become our enemy. Uddarerat atmanam atmanam sadet. Are we religious? Now I say spiritual. If recycling, yes. If polluting, no. Democracy. We have seen the results of democracy. If you compare 6 decades of democratic rule with all lacuna, we will not find any such period in history, 6 decades, any 6 decades in history where we have developed at this pace. Democracy is a power. Government by people. But if awareness is there, otherwise we know the Pakistan. Similarly, in water management, if it is by the people and processed at the doorstep, it will deliver classic results. And again in democracy, discipline, self-discipline reduces the cost. We don't need police and military if we are disciplined. Similarly, if we maintain discipline in water management, the cost will reduce. See, I am talking about important subject. When Ved talks about Advait, it is not hypothetical imagination of Rishi. No, it's a perfect science. I'll explain in few seconds. Suppose I am staying in a farmhouse for 6 months or a year, and I am eating only wheat, nothing else except wheat, only chapati of the wheat. I'll survive. I can live for 6 months. And my excreta is put in the farm of wheat, in the same farm. Now see, I'll explain Advait. Advait means single. Dvait means dual. दो, બે. Advait એટલે એક જ એલિમેન્ટ. and that single element is Brahma Tattva. This entire universe is manifestation of Brahma Tattva. Wheat and flour, બંને એક જ છે. There is complete advait between wheat and flour. Flour and chapati, there is advait between flour and chapati. Chapati I eat, I don't eat anything else except chapati. So my excreta is also chapati. So there is advait between chapati and my excreta. That goes to the plant. There is advait between that waste excreta, which is converted into fertilizer, and roots, leaves, and ultimately wheat. So it is transformation of wheat, flour, chapati, blood or excreta, and then again wheat. It is recycling only. And what are we? We are recycle. If we accept the concept of birth after death, continuity of life, and that is accepted by all the religions, may it be Christianity or Islam, they all believe life after death. And what is it? It is recycling. We are recycled. We leave this body here and take new body. And where that body goes? Again to Panchamahabhut. This Advait principle is to be understood. We engineers especially, we need not depend on these religious teachers, because they are not going to teach this. They are not interested. And this again is told in Gita, repeated. પ્રકૃતિ પ્રસવે સૃષ્ટિ તારી અધ્યક્ષતા વડે એના કારણથી થાય જગના પરિવર્તનો. Oh God, under your chairmanship, the nature is purifying, transforming Panchamahabhut. Hence the globe remains livable forever. Political, policy making, amendments in law, enforcement. This is job of politicians. See, since independence, main thrust was on utilization of resources available in the river basin or below ground. Nobody thought of recycling and reusing. There is no policy for conservation. We have to think of, we engineers can prepare this policy and submit before the politicians for taking decisions. What should be the policy? I am giving just few suggestions, my personal suggestions. Metered supply, incremental water charges, subsidy on capital cost. Economics. See, if we study the cost of infrastructure, capital cost for supplying fresh water is 7.5 billion rupees per MLD. And wastewater is costing us 20 million rupees per MLD. And processing charge per year is 5 million. You see, understand the cost. What are we paying? And this 20 million, 90% part is conveyance cost. It is never processed in India. It's a conveyance cost we are bearing from our tax. Government is spending 25,000 rupees. This is local government, corporation. I am not talking about state government and central government. Per family. Our annual requirement for a 5-person family is 2,75,000 litre. We need, if we consider 1 meter rain, we need only 275 square meter land area. And if it is recycled and used, we need only 125 square meter. Everyone has got this. Has anyone less area than this? 125 square meter? Please raise your finger. Nobody. For drinking purpose, we need only 18,000 liters. And storage, because during rain it will be replenished. So we need only 12,000 liter tank. Anyone can afford a tank for drinking water. Why should we drink this water, which is brought from 40 kilometers away, and now it is 120 to 200 kilometers away? Now, I talk about Vadodara city. Vadodara Corporation is supplying 400 mld fresh water, and processing capacity is 255